So what is the best thing we can do to offer to Krishna is, like we can just glorify Krishna about his or glory, his glories. Like Krishna basically he loves when devotees pay attention to him. They talk about they gather together and talk about him. They glorify him. So and now in the same mood we are gathered here basically to glorify Krishna. It is for like our own purification. So Srila Prabhupada has basically he has written this Krishna book for all of us so that we all can read Krishna book together and we can glorify Lord Shri Krishna. So like we have discussed so many wonderful pastimes. We discussed yesterday how Krishna is showing the universal form to Mother Yashoda. And today we are discussing about Kaliya pastime. So before discussing about regarding this Vrindavan childhood pastimes, just wanted to meditate upon like why these childhood pastimes are so important. Why always Prabhupada stresses on discussing about the childhood pastime. Why the childhood pastime gives us so much happiness. So there is a beautiful verse which is basically a discussion between Sukadev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. So Parikshit Maharaj basically he is inquiring so many questions to Sukadev Goswami. And in the 10th canto, in the 7th chapter, there's a beautiful verses there. Just wanted to start this discussion with this beautiful verse here. So this is like, I think this Kaliya chapter is on chapter 16, 15, 16 and 17. But I'm going a little bit behind in the 7th chapter. This verse goes like this. Yena yena batarena bhagavan hari ishwaraha korati karna ramyani mona gyani chana prabho yasrunvata payati aprayati vitrishna Shattam cha sudhayati achirana pumsaha bhaktir harau tat puruse cha sakhyam tad evam haram vada manasya chet. So here King Parikshit Maharaj is saying, my lord, Sukadev Goswami, all the various activities exhibited by the incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are certainly pleasing to the ear and to the mind. Simply by once hearing these activities, the dirty things in one's mind immediately vanish. Generally, we are reluctant to hear about the activities of the Lord, but Krishna's childhood activities are so attractive that they are automatically pleasing to the mind and ear. Thus, one's attachment for hearing about material things, which is the root cause of material existence, vanishes, and one gradually develops devotional service to the Supreme Lord, attachment for Him, and friendship with devotees who give us the contribution of Krishna consciousness. If you think it fit, kindly speak about those activities of the Lord. So here we see that Parikshit Maharaj is saying Krishna has so many incarnations. He comes in the innumerable forms. But out of all these forms are very, very wonderful, very beautiful. Narsingha form, Krishna comes to rescue Prahlad Maharaj. Lord Ram's form, he represents righteousness. Then we see Varaha avatar. So many avatars are there. But specifically here, Parikshit Maharaj is saying about the childhood pastime, the Balya Leela of Krishna. Basically, whoever, there are so many sets of people are there. Elder generation are there, old people are there, kids are there, elder people are there. Whoever, like the childhood pastimes are so beautiful, starting from killing a Putana to Sakadasur, Tranabhata, one by one. Krishna killed all the demons, and then Krishna's, stealing butter pastime. So, and Krishna is doing so many mischiefs with the gopis, and he's teaching the gopis. All of these pastimes are so beautiful, so wonderful. Basically, Krishna is Rasaraj. There are so many rasas are there, so many mellows are there. Krishna enjoys Vatsalya ras, then Sakhya ras, then Madhurya ras, all kind of rasas in Vrindavan. So Vrindavan is the Khetra of the rasas, and there Rasaraj Krishna is enjoying all the rasas with the gopis. And with the potency of Jogamaya, all the cowherd boys, all the gopis, they forget that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That same Supreme Personality of Godhead within his eye, if he desires, he doesn't have to do anything. All the monsters and everything will get killed. And he uses so many weapons. Sudarshan Chakra in his hand is there. He uses to kill the monsters. But here, with the Jogamaya potency, Krishna enjoys so much. He wants to give. He was always, thinking how to protect the gopis. And always, like if you see in the childhood pastimes, Krishna has never used a single weapon to kill any of the monsters in Vrindavan. That is the powerful of Vrindavan Dham, and that is the mercy and the love of the reciprocation between the gopis and the gopas and Bhagavan Shri Krishna. So that's why we all discuss these beautiful pastimes of Krishna's childhood pastimes. If we see also like Satyavrata Muni's Damodarashtakam, there also he says that may this Lord Krishna's beautiful pastime. He describes Krishna's beautiful face beauty. Like how these curly hairs are there, then how they have sort like earrings are there. The earrings are kissing his cheeks. All these beautiful things he's describing, and he's telling this that may this beautiful child like Krishna's picture will be always in front of my eyes. So with this, we would like to go deep into this Kali Krishna subduing Kaliya. Last time is there. We're going to discuss about this. So before that, let's take the blessings of the Guru and Gauranga. Om Agyana Timirandhasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakrulitam Yena Tasme Sri Gurave Nama Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttapadakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagarjatam Sahagana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sabhishakham Vitamcha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastude तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानो सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्रभं जगन्नाथाय ते नमः Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So let's discuss about this Kaliya pastime, Kali Krishna's Kaliya Lila. So in many of these temples during Janmashtami, if you see, this is one of the wonderful dioramas. Like will there always. I remember like around 27 or 28 years back, when I was when I was like going to a temple, the Gaudiya Vaishnava temple, I went. The first diorama I saw basically is the Krishna's subduing Kaliya. That pastime diorama was there, and the diorama was so beautiful. So till today, this is very beautiful. And whenever I see any Krishna's this Kaliya pastime, the diorama, it really touches my heart. Krishna is so merciful, so kind. He protects, in fact, Kaliya. He protects, in fact. He takes care of the Garuda, and he took care of all the Brajavasis over there, and he purified also Jamuna river. Now, if you see, there are so many slogans is going on, like Jamuna Bachao, Ganga Ji Bachao, all those things goes on, right? The purification is going on. So if you see if you go by all our scriptures, we see the first purification starts by Krishna himself, Supreme Personality of God of Krishna himself. So Kaliya basically he was a snake. He was a very deadly poisonous snake. And he was residing in Yamuna river. So within the Yamuna river, he did some kind of water pool kind of thing. There is a Jalastamba structure is there. Basically, Kaliya created some kind of pillar kind of structure within Jamuna, and he was basically residing over there. So when Kaliya was residing over in there, basically that was a 8-mile kind of surrounding lake was there. And constantly from its fangs, poisonous vapor was coming. So the poisonous vapor was so much that, like nearby, so many vegetations were there, right? They're all kind of getting dried up kind of thing. So nearby, if anybody will go, they'll all get dried up. So after the Dhanukasura pastime, so some due to something happened. So Balaram was not accompanying Krishna. That day, Krishna happened to go to Yamuna river nearby that Kaliya Ghat nearby. Krishna went with his Gopa boys and friends. Krishna was also looking for an opportunity when his elder brother Dauveya won't be around, and so that he wanted to teach Kaliya a right moral conduct code. He wanted to do that, and he very well knew that if his elder brother is there, he won't let him go nearby nearby the deadly snake, because as usual Balaram is very protective about Krishna. So one day, all these cowherd boys and the Gopos Sakhas, they went nearby that lake, and they're feeling very, very thirsty due to the heat. So nearby when they went, and some of them drank the water, and due to the poisonous impact, they lost their consciousness. When they lost their consciousness, Krishna came to know about that something has happened. So immediately he came nearby, And he could understand, yes, because of this Kaliya, this has happened. So he glanced on these Gopa boys and the cow and the cows and the calves, and all of them regained consciousness. So from this, we can understand that sometimes, we come to temple. We come to temple and we see that, yes, we are going to take darshan of the deities. Darshan of Radha Samsunda, darshan of Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, we will take darshan. But it is most important that Krishna should see us. And we should develop certain humility and imbibe certain qualities so that Krishna will be happy to see us. And we should come in that mode that, yes, Krishna is going to see me. Wherever I'm standing, Krishna would, like it going to give me a little. I'm visible to Krishna. So Krishna's, Krishna's glance has that much potency that all the cowherd boys who were basically lost their consciousness, they woke up. So then Krishna thought, now is enough, and now this Kaliya, he has to leave this area so that all the Vrindavan Vasis are going to get the clear water Jamuna. So there was a Kadamba tree was there, so nearby, which was little bit, like alive. So Krishna climbed on that particular Kadamba tree. That Kadamba tree was alive and it was not burnt because our Acharya says that Garuda has kept little nectar on that. So that's why that tree was alive. So now Krishna, basically Shivaji, all these Gopa boys are saying that Krishna, don't go nearby. But Krishna, he was a 6-year-old boy, he jumped into the water. And before jumping, he just wanted to, he just analyzed like a strong warrior. He tried to analyze, yes, this much depth is there. And like the warriors, like sometimes they hit their arms like just to get some confidence within them. He did like something like that and put some like claps, and then he jumped into the water. 6-year boy, when he jumped in the water, the Jamuna river basically, there's a huge turmoil sound was there. Like sometimes if in a glass, if water is there, if we are putting little stone, little bit water comes out. But when this 6-year-old boy Krishna is jumping into the water basically is coming out heavily tremolo sound, and it came out of, and it went around several meters outside. So then that Krishna basically, he tried to swim inside the water and make different kind of noises in the water. Like Krishna basically, he's a mystical dancer. So he jumped inside the water and he was swimming here and there, and due to the swim and due to his anklets, due to his there are different ornaments he was wearing. So there was producing so many beautiful sounds and like music kind of thing in the surrounding. So Kaliya could understand that that yes, someone powerful has entered, because first of all, nobody will dare to come nearby, and if somebody is coming, he won't jump into the water, and that much water is going to come out, and that too, nobody will swim in that water. So he could not tolerate that yes, somebody has entered my territory. So this kind of, Kaliya has some kind of arrogance within him. That kind of arrogance, it is, yes, this is my territory, this is my area, this is my expertise, and nobody should enter into that area. We can see the similar basically mentality in the Dhenukasur pastime also. Dhenukasur basically, he was holding the talavan, basically he was holding the fruits, palm fruits, that nobody can enter there. Similarly, as a struggling sadhaka, sometimes we also face this kind of things. We get so much attached to our position, we get so much attached to our post, and we feel that this is my area and this is my expertise. Nobody should enter into my area. Janmashtami is coming, Radhastami is coming. My expertise is to do best garland. My expertise is to prepare the best rasgullas. Why somebody else is doing that seva? And I am the best managing in expert, and I am basically a very good kirtanier. And why the other person they are assigning to do my into my area, my seva? Sometimes like we get this kind of mentality, this Kaliya mentality within us. So we should pray Krishna that like he has removed this kind of ahankaras from Kaliya, that someday he should be kind enough in basically I'm telling it for myself, you all are very exalted devotees. If any anarthas are there, so Krishna should be very merciful to me and kind to me, so that all these anarthas slowly will go out from my mindset. So sometimes we see some sadhaka might say that yes, I am not attached to anything. I may be detached, so that let others do. I won't do anything. Detachment does not mean that we do not take any responsibility. We should take some responsibility with certain boundary, and side by side it should be a team effort. So before that, we discussed that Krishna's glance is how important. So Kaliya was so envious about Krishna, and he was thinking that this 6-year-old boy is there, and if we read the Bhagavatam, so many beautiful descriptions of Krishna's childhood, like a beautiful face, his lotus feet and his anklets, his curly hair, his peacock feather, and the ornaments he is wearing, and his the kostava he is wearing, and the Sivasa mark in his hair. All these things, like very beautifully it has been described. If we read those things, sometimes, like without seeing Krishna also, we start we start, trying to love Krishna by hearing those pastimes. But Kaliya was so envious of Krishna. Sometimes, when we are envy, we have so much envy within us, and we have so much anger within us. We don't hear any good thing. Somebody will be saying something good to us, but we have so much envy within us, so much anger within us. We don't hear that. So Kaliya was so envious about Krishna, that how this 6-year-old enchanting boy is so beautiful. But because of envy, Kaliya could not appreciate Krishna's beauty. Krishna's smile basically is so beautiful. Like Krishna's smile basically is so beautiful that our Acharya sometimes says that he is basically he is basically Madan Mohan. He can, like enchant the Cupid also. So Krishna's smile basically symbolizes divine love, true compassion, and when we see Krishna's beautiful smile, we forget our pain also. So in Kali Yuga, like the center is always, Krishna's feet. But Prabhupada always says that Krishna's face is so beautiful that when we look at Krishna's beautiful face, we forget to look at Krishna's lotus feet. So that's, and we get, stuck over there. So Krishna, when we see the Krishna's beautiful smile, like sometimes we will be down in spirit, we get uplifted in the spirit, and we lose our suffering. We feel better, and sometimes we get awakened spiritually. But Kaliya was so unfortunate. There's no transformation in his heart. Now, when Kaliya basically is entering in, Kaliya basically, when he saw that Krishna is there, and he was so angry, he started to, encircle Krishna. He has basically so many coils. He had around 101 fangs are there, 101 heads are there. Basically, he tried to cover Krishna, and Krishna basically swimming, and Kaliya basically chasing. And finally, it was going on for some time, and finally, Krishna decided that yes, let Kaliya hold me. So basically, then Kaliya basically encircled Krishna, and he started, biting Krishna's beautiful lotus feet. He started biting Krishna's lotus feet. So we see that our acharyas sometimes, always say that our heart, is filled with so many anarthas. Our anarthas are basically, we can compare them. They are similar to, inside the Jamuna river, there are this Kaliya snake is there, and Kaliya snakes has so many venom and poison is there. So, and Krishna danced on each of the head to remove these venoms. So our acharyas always say that we should pray that we have all these anarthas we have within our heart, like lust, anger, greed, illusion, and pride, and then envy, that Krishna should come and he should also dance in our tongue, and all the anarthas should go away. Like we should chant Harinam so beautifully that same Krishna is going to come, and basically he will dance in our tongue, so that we will get a better taste of chanting Harinam. Sometimes we chant our rounds just to complete that. Sometimes we say that yes, I have to finish my rounds. We don't get the ruchi of Harinam. So we should pray Krishna so that he will remove all these anarthas, all the laziness, all the sluggishness from our heart and mind, so that we can get some kind of ruchi. Like Kaliya's, all the poison got removed, all the anarthas from our heart should get also removed. So in Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna says that he appears in this earth to remove these anarthas and to kill the monsters. So in that mood, basically, Krishna was encircled by Kaliya, so that to give him a chance to express his anger and frustration. And after that, Kaliya, basically Krishna is going to subdue the Kaliya. So when this news went outside into the inside this into the Vrindavan to Nanda Baba and Jashoda Mai, that basically Kaliya has done this. He has basically encircled Krishna, and Krishna is in danger. So when all the Gopa boys and Nanda Baba, Jashoda Mai, they heard that Krishna is in great danger, all of them basically they ran towards they ran towards the Kaliya Ghat, where just to witness, just to see, just take a glance, just to see that how Krishna is in danger. Yeah, like there are two pastimes. This one is this Kaliya Daman pastime, and another is Govardhan pastime. These two pastimes basically it went outside outside in the public place. And if we see in Govardhan pastime also, all the Gopabasis were basically at one place. And similarly, this Kaliya pastimes also, everybody were there also. So in front of everybody, Krishna wanted to showcase all his majesty, all his like all his opulence, on all his fighting spirit, everything, so that at one spot he wanted to showcase. So we here our acharyas also say that we need to understand how merciful Krishna is. Krishna is so merciful that he allowed Kaliya to embrace him. So if we see Putana's pastime, Krishna basically allowed Putana to hold him. Like the same Krishna, like we all are basically hankering to get little bit of like dust of Braja. Like when somebody is going to Vrindavan and getting little bit of dust of Braja, we all want to take little bit of dust. Why? Because Krishna worked on that dust. All the Gopavasis worked on that dust. So that is so powerful. And sometimes like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, all of them, they meditate to get that lotus feet, to get darshan of that lotus feet. When you come to temple, we hanker to see how beautiful is our Krishna's feet, just to take a look. So this Balram Jayanti, we have decorated our Lord Jagannath Vallabh Subhadra altar with lotus feet. So many of you have have come together just to have a glance of this beautiful lotus feet. So in this, when we see the lotus feet, there are so many mercies there. So now Krishna basically he is allowing Kaliya not to hold his lotus feet, but in fact, Kaliya could totally hold Krishna within all his fangs. In fact, he could basically circumambulate Krishna entirely. Like Krishna basically he allowed Jasodamai to bind his tummy. At least his hand was movable here and there. But here, Kaliya got an opportunity to hold Krishna entirely, and Krishna let him hold him entirely. And now, when the Vrajavasis are seeing that Gopos and Gopis are seeing that Krishna is totally engulfed, is going to be engulfed by this deadly snake, they were very very sad. They are having so many negative emotions, and while coming to meet Krishna, who is basically fighting with Kaliya. So Krishna basically stood within this Kaliya's encirclement for a while. So when this thing is going on, different Gopavasis having different kind of emotions are there. Like elder Gopos and Gopis and his childhood friends, they have some kind of Vatsalya bhav. Usually we see the Vatsalya bhav is very prominent in Vrindavan, elder Gopos and Gopis. So just wanted to understand what is this Vatsalya bhav. Vatsalya bhav basically is coming from the word Vatsa. Vatsa means the calf. Like a cow is basically very affectionate to the calf. So when a calf is somehow it's missing, and when finally it comes in the evening to the mother, if we see that mother calf, what it does, it totally licks the calf. And it feeds, he licks the calf, and when it's satisfied, then he give her the milk. So when we see about the affection wise, the amount of love between a mother cow and a calf is the highest. So that rasa is called Vatsalya bhava. So all the elder Gopos and Gopis were having that kind of bhava towards Krishna. When they are seeing that Krishna is in danger, their heart was going to, like pounding very heavily. So then Nanda Maharaj and other cowherd boys were also very fearful. When Nanda Maharaj was thinking, Balaram was not there, that's why all these things happened. Now in the meanwhile also, Balaram Daubhaya also, he also arrived in the same spot. So Nanda Maharaj, when he saw that his only son, his diamond, his apple of his eye is in danger, he decided to go and enter into the river to protect Krishna. Somehow the other, Balaram hold him. So his childhood friend also they were also thinking that Krishna is our dearest friend. He's our everything. And basically the childhood friends, they have basically surrendered everything to Krishna. So they are also feeling very remorse. And looking at this, Balaram was having different emotions. Balaram was in his mind, he is laughing. He is not at all agitated. Everybody are disturbed. But Balaram is the only person, he's standing far away. And he was saying what drama his little boy, his little baby brother is doing. He was thinking that, I am basically, he never played with me. I am Sesnan. He just playing with a toy snake and creating this kind of, emotions in front of everybody. And I know what he is capable of. He is supreme personality of God, and for him subduing Kaliya is just a minute. And here he is just creating so many emotion in front of everybody. And let me see how long he's going to do this. And so a sad part is he never has this kind of experience with me. And he should have played with me in this mode, then I could have shown him. And these poison bites from the fangs are just like little flower offerings to my little Krishna. So this is what actually Balaram was thinking. So then Brajavashis were reaching Kaliya Ghat, looking at all these things. Jasodamai was trying to, lost her consciousness. and they were just all the Brajavasis, they were coming to meet Krishna, and they were seeing that Krishna's lotus footprints are there, and they were seeing that what they are, and for following that they were just coming over there. So when finally Krishna saw that Jashoda Mai, Nanda Baba, and all the Gopavasis are are feeling very remorse and very sad, and they're going to lose their consciousness with all this Kaliya's torture. They're seeing that their child is in danger. So then Krishna realized there's no enough is there. I whatever I wanted to see, I already saw. Like if you see, like when a child is there, right? When a child, sometimes he wants to see that how my parents are loving. One day maybe the parents will be getting mad and don't give the time. The child has some kind of thing within his mind that do my parents really love me? And the other day something happens, the child falls down, mother runs to her and put band-aid and give turmeric milk and pampers the baby. And the child that time thinks, yes, my mother loves me. And child, like he'll be having pain, but he'll be very happy mentally. So similarly, if we see the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, he is enjoying their Balya Rasa also. He's saying that my parents are so much worried for me, my friends are worried for me, Nanda Baba is worried for me, all are worried for me. And he is also enjoying that rasa also. So now when he sees that his mother and father is about to lose consciousness, then he's thought, okay, it's enough. Then now it is time to subdue the Kaliya. Then basically what Krishna did, he started jumping over. He became very, he expanded a little bit expanded and started, becoming heavy. When he became heavy, Kaliya's rings, encirclement rings, basically they opened, and Krishna started coming out, and he basically, all these fangs are there, right? He started dancing, jumping from one fang to another fang, and started dancing on them. Heavily, he just pounded on them with heavy feet, pounded on them. That Krishna who can lift the Govardhan, and that same Krishna basically he is jumping from one foot to another foot. So when he is basically jumping from one head to another foot, that our Acharya says that Kaliya was earlier he was basically throwing poison vapor. Now he started spitting out blood. He was having so much pain, and one fang he'll be putting up, then Krishna will be dancing on that. Then the other fang Kaliya will be lifting up, Krishna will be dancing. So like that, this went on for a quite 1 hour or 2 hours, and all the demigods, they were coming and trying to witness what is going on here, and they were also enjoying this pastime. So just you can imagine from here, from this, what emotional state Nanda Baba and Yashoda Mai will be having. Like for us, it is a pastime. It happened. We know, yes, Kaliya was subdued. Kaliya finally left. But Nanda Baba, Yashoda Mai did not know that what is going to happen. And also the Gopu boys didn't know. So they were all worried. What is going to happen? Is really going to Krishna going to rescue? Other than Balram, nobody knew that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So all of them were very, very worried that what is going to happen next. Is Nanda Baba was thinking, Justama is thinking, is my Lalla going to come alive from this poisonous snake? Even if he is coming out alive by Vishnu's mercy, is he going to be safe enough? Because he is, surrounded with so much poisonous food. Like that, so many things people are thinking, so many, they were having different emotions are there. So, but finally, Kaliya was losing all his energy, and that time the Nagapatnis were there, and Nagapatnis were little intelligent. They were devotees. They were kind of Vaishnavis. They could understand this. Now the time is there, and then they came out. They started offering the prayers. Then Nagapatnis started coming to offering their prayers, since Krishna was standing on the hood of the Kaliya. Then from chapter 30, then verse from 33 to 53, the 20 verses are there. They are basically Nagapatni's prayers are there. There are beautiful prayers, and I have noted down all the prayers. And I was wondering if we all can read the prayers one by one. And Prabhupada basically he recommended one prayer, one verse over there. He told to focus on that. That is verse number 39. So we'll go later on into this prayer. But I'm just reading for this, as Prabhupada has mentioned, this is the powerful prayer. So I'm just reading that out. Namastubhyam Bhagavate Purusasya Mahatmane Bhutavasya Bhutaya Paraya Paramatmane. So now we are going to go to the sequence of the prayers one by one, and I have noted down the translations of the prayers. So if all of you are agree, maybe one by one we can read. Mataji, can we read one by one these prayers? I will start the first one. The wives of Kaliya serpent said, the punishment this offender has been subjected to is certainly just. After all, you have incarnated within this world to cut down envious and cruel persons. You are so impartial that you look equally upon your enemies and your own sons, for when you impose a punishment on a living being, you know it to be for the ultimate benefit. Verse number 34. Can some of you read?
What you have done here is actually mercy for us, since the punishment you give to the wicked certain divine away all their contamination. Indeed, because this conditioned soul, our husband, is so sinful that he has assumed the body of the serpent. Your anger toward him obviously to be understood as your mercy.
Yeah, next one.
I can read.
Okay. Right,
Go ahead,
Mataji.
Prabhuji. Go ahead.
Okay. Uh, did our husband carefully perform austerities in a previous life with his mind free of pride and full respect for others? Is that why you are pleased with him? Or did he, in some previous existence, carefully execute religious duties with compassion for all living beings? And is that why you, the life of all living beings, are now satisfied with him? Hare Krishna.
36.
Hare Krishna. O Lord, we do not know how the serpent Kaliya has attained the great opportunity of being touched by the dust of your lotus feet. For this end, the goddess of fortune, performed austerities for centuries, giving up all other desires and observing austere vows.
Thank you, Madhavi.
Hare
Yeah, we have 20 prayers, 20 verses. Yeah. I can read this one. Those who have attained the dust of a lotus feet never hanker for the kingship of heaven, limitless sovereignty, the position of Brahma, rulership over earth. They are not interested even in the perfections of yoga or in liberation itself. Prabhupada always emphasizes on these prayers. So I thought these Nagapatni prayers are so wonderful. We might not get an opportunity to read it together. So it's a good time to read together. 38.
O Lord, although the Kaliya, the king of the serpents, has taken birth in the mode of ignorance and is controlled by anger, he has achieved that which is difficult for others to achieve. Embodied souls who are full of desires and are thus wandering in the cycles of birth and death can have all benedictions manifested before their eyes simply by receiving the dust of your lotus feet.
Text 39.
We offer our obeisances to you, the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, although presence in the heart of all the living beings as the Supersoul. You are all pervasive, although the original shelter of all created material elements. You exist prior to their creation, and although the cause of everything, you are transcendental to all the material cause and effect, being the Supreme Soul.
Text 40. Obeisances unto you, the absolute truth, who are the reservoir of all transcendental consciousness and potency, and the possessor of unlimited energies. Although completely free of material qualities and transformations, you are the prime mover of material nature.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Obeisances unto you, who are time itself, the shelter of time, and the witness of time in all its phases. You are the universe, and also its separate observer. You are its creator, and also the totality of all its causes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Text 42 and 43 and 44. Can somebody read?
Hare Krishna. Text
Hare Krishna.
42, 43.
Yes.
Obeisance unto you, who are the ultimate soul of the physical elements, of the subtle basis of perception, of the senses, of the vital air of life, and of the mind, intelligence, and consciousness. By your arrangement, the infinite smell spirit souls falsely identify with the three modes of material nature, and their perception of their own true self thus becomes clouded. We offer our obeisances unto you, the unlimited Supreme Lord, the supremely subtle one, the omniscient personality of Godhead, who are always fixed in unchanging transcendence, who sanction the opposing views of different philosophies, and who are the power upholding expressed ideas in the words that express them.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Text 44.
Please, Prabhu.
We offer our obeisance again and again to you, who are the basis of all authoritative evidence, and who are the author and ultimate source of revealed scriptures, and who have manifested yourself in those Vedic literatures, encouraging sense gratification as well as in those encouraging renunciation of the material world. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Text 45 and 46.
We
Hare
offer our obeisances to Lord Krishna and Lord Rama, the sons of Vasudeva, and to Lord Pradyumna and Lord Aniruddha. We offer our respectful obeisances unto the Master of all the saintly devotees of Vishnu. Text 46. Obeisances. Go ahead, Brajnava.
Obeisances to you, O Lord, who manifest varieties of material and spiritual qualities. You disguise yourself with the material qualities, and yet the functioning of those same material qualities ultimately reveals your existence. You stand apart from the material qualities as a witness and can be fully known only by your devotees.
Thank you, Prabhuji. O Lord Rishikesha, Master of the senses, please let us offer our obeisances unto you, whose pastimes are inconceivably glorious. Your existence can be inferred from the necessity for a creator and revealer of all cosmic manifestations. But although your devotees can understand you in this way, to the non-devotees you remain silent, absorbed in self-satisfaction. Text 48 and 49.
I'll read 48, Mataji. Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Obeisances unto you, who know the destination of all things, superior and inferior, and who are the presiding regulator of all that be. You are distinct from the universal creation, and yet you are the basis upon which the illusion of material creation evolves, and also the witness of the illusion of this illusion. Indeed, you are the root cause of the entire world. Correction.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Almighty Lord, although you have no reason to become involved in material activity, still you act through your eternal potency of the time to arrange for the creation, maintenance, and the destructions of this universe. You do this by awakening the distinct function of each of the mode of the nature, which before the creation lies dormant. Simply by your glance, you perfectly execute all this activity of the cosmic control in a sporting mood.
Text 50. Therefore, all material bodies throughout the three worlds, those are peaceful, in the mood of goodness, those are agitated, in the mood of passion, and those that are foolish, in the mode of ignorance, all are your creations. Still, those living entities whose bodies are in the mode of goodness are especially dear to you, and it is to maintain them and protect the religious principles that you are now present on the earth. 51. At least once, a master should tolerate an offense committed by his child or subject. O supreme peaceful soul, you should therefore forgive our foolish husband who did not understand who you are. Text 52. and 53. Can someone read?
O Supreme Lord, please be merciful. It is proper for the saintly to feel compassion for women like us. This serpent is about to give up his life. Please give us back our husband, who is our life and soul. Hare Krishna.
53.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, 53.
Now, please, one second. Now, please please tell us, I cannot read properly. Your maid servants, one second, let me just zoom it. What we should do. Certainly, anyone who faithfully executes your order is automatically freed from all fear.
I think that ends the prayers. So thank you everyone for reading together these beautiful prayers. So if we see here like Nagapatnis are so intelligent that they have a good understanding about Supreme Personality of Godhead. They are true Vaishnavis. They knew. Basically, we read so many scriptures. We talk about mode of goodness, ignorance, and passion. We see here Nagapatnis are so beautifully they're describing. Though they're wife of this Kaliya demon, but they are very good devotees of Lord Krishna. So this Nagapatnis are glorified very beautifully to Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. And at the end, they are saying that we are just like your maidservants, we are kinkaris. Like we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prayer, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying that Oi Nandatanuja Kinkara. Basically, he's saying that I am basically a servant of that son of Nanda. So here also this maid servants are here also this Nagapati is saying that Krishna, we are a maid servant, we are a dasis. Please tell us what we should do, faithfully what we should do. You are our whatever you order, we are going to follow. Basically, our husband is going to give up his life, and you are so merciful, you are so kind. And if a servant or a child is going to commit an offense, her father or his master basically forgives one offense. Please, you are so merciful and you are so kind. Please, you forgive our husband, and we are your servants. We are requesting you to forgive us and be kind to us. And you basically, our husband is basically going to give up his life, and you please give us back our husband. We are requesting you because our husband is our life and soul. So the Nagapatnis have requested like this, and then that time basically what happens after that? Kaliya gods, like he realized, hearing his wife's discussion. Kaliya basically he understood that what a blunder he has done. So Kaliya slowly, when Krishna was standing and jumping on the Kaliya, and Kaliya was tired, and all this, since he has thrown out all the blood, all the venom has come out, and all the poison basically has gone out from him. So the way he was basically sounding, hissing sound, he was talking, he was putting loud noise and everything. Like when they're angry, basically, what we do? We talk in a louder voice. We don't realize. Similarly, Kaliya was basically, he was just shouting and he was putting out a hissing noise. So now, since all the poison has gone out, all the blood and all the poisonous vapor has gone out, all his anger has been basically subdued. He is basically talking very slowly, and slowly he is trying to gaining his strength because he's all tired. Now, when Nagapatnis offered the prayers, Krishna was very much satisfied with them. In that time, what he did, he just came out of this hood of the Kaliya, and he stood next to the Nagapatnis, and he led Kaliya basically to offer his prayer. So that prayer, so that Kaliya basically is repenting. He wanted Kaliya to offer his prayer. So Kaliya then breathing very heavily and painfully, and he requested Krishna like this. He told Krishna that I have taken birth in a snake family, and in general, if you see, the snakes are, our quality is very envious and very ignorant, and we are constantly angry. And since I'm a conditioned soul, and my behavior is like that, and that is not anything unreal. So Kaliya, indirectly, he then started begging Lord's mercy. He saw that, his wives are also requesting mercy, and then he told that, okay, now I'm surrendered to Krishna, and I want to, whatever you tell, I'm going to follow, and I'm just surrendering to you because you are Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I wanted mercy. And when I get a mercy, why? Because I want to get rid of these painful conditions of the material life. And then finally, Kaliya says that, oh Lord, since you are the omniscient Lord of the universe, you are the actual cause of freedom from the illusion. Please arrange for us whatever you consider proper, and whether it be your mercy or punishment. So Kaliya now he understood clearly. After hearing Nagapatni's prayers, Nagapatni's prayers, like initially, if you see one of the verse, they say that Krishna's punishment also is a blessing, Krishna's mercy is a blessing, but Krishna's punishment is a blessing. Why? Because Krishna is, everything is transcendental. He's beyond the gunas. He is beyond any kind of goodness and pass on the ignorance. He is basically beyond everything. So if Krishna punishes, it's also a blessing. So now Kaliya could understand that, and Kaliya then is saying that whatever you think proper for us, please advise that us. And that can be our, whether it is a mercy or whether it is a punishment, we are going to follow that. So then Krishna told, Krishna was kind of, like satisfied with Kaliya's prayer, and Krishna told, "O serpent, you may not remain here any longer. You go back to the ocean immediately. Take all the entire family, your wife, your children, or relatives and friends, and let this river be very neat, water be very neat and clear and sweeter, so that all these cows, calves, and the humans are going to enjoy. And later on, they will be having so many pastimes over here." And then Kaliya to Krishna also, Krishna also gave a blessing that if any mortal being attentively remembers my command to you to leave Vrindavan and go to the ocean and narrates this account at sunrise and sunset, he will never be afraid of you. Then there is also another pastime associated with it, that out of fear of Garuda, basically, Kaliya was coming from there was a Ramanaka island was there that was dedicated to the serpents. There was some instance happened because of that Garuda, because of that Kaliya basically left that island and he came to stay in this Yamuna river. And this Yamuna river, Garuda has got a curse that he cannot enter into the Yamuna river. So that's why basically Kaliya was coming and staying here. Now Krishna is saying that you were coming here because you were fearful of Garuda. Now Garuda is basically my devotee. Now I have danced on each of your hood. Now each of your hood is having my footprints. Since Garuda is my devotee and he is going to see that my footprints are on your hood, he will consider you as your friend and he won't attack you or he won't create any trouble to you. So because of my footprints, Garuda will no longer try to eat you or create any problem to you. So then Kaliya offered his prayers, and all along with Nagapatnis and all his relatives, he went to the Ramanaka island. He left, and after that, the Jamuna river was again, like got his natural bluish water. It got, and all the Gopa boys and gopis and Jamuna and Nanda Baba and Jashoda Mai, everybody came, and Krishna basically he came to the river bank. Everybody hugged Krishna, and entire evening they decided to stay near the banks of Jamuna near the Kaliya Ghat. So here our Acharya says a beautiful thing here. Just wanted to summarize over here. They say that Kaliya snakes' hoods were very, very slippery. They're very soft, like kind of deceiving kind of thing. But side by side, they're very, very poisonous. So when Krishna danced on them, he removed all the poisonous. Similarly, our tongue basically is compared to the hood of the Kaliya. So Kaliya basically is it is slippery and it is soft. Similarly, our tongue also is very slippery and soft. We do so many anarthas with our tongue. In the tongue, basically, what we do, we want to eat so many things. They are, first of all, sometimes they are not, some of the items are prohibited to us, but our tongue basically hankers due to the health reason or because of the diet restrictions or the spiritual reason, and due to our commitments, we should not eat, but our tongue hankers. Then another thing is our tongue sometimes also hanker also just to talk all kind of prajalpas. So instead of doing all those things, we should invite Krishna, just like the way Krishna came and danced on the hoods of the Kaliya. Similarly, the Krishna in the form of Harinam, Krishna should come and dance on our tongue, so that the poisons were removed from the river from the Kaliya. Similarly, all these contaminations which is in our heart in the form of poison, they will be also cleared. So here, Sukadev Goswami, this Kaliya pastime, he has described as Krishna as Adbhuta Karmana. So Adbhuta Karmana means Lord's wonderful activities. Why Lord's wonderful activities? Sometimes we say that there is a verse is there that one arrow and there are two birds getting killed. But here, if we see why it is Adbhuta Karma, because Krishna has done so many things here. With this Kaliya pastime, he basically what he did, he saved the residents of Vrindavan from Kaliya. Like Kaliya was there, so that nobody was coming to drink water. If somebody is coming to drink water, they're going to get like burnt or dead because of the poison. Then what he did, he saved Kaliya from the Garuda. Because of his footprints, now Garuda is not going to attack Kaliya. Next thing is he bestowed the grace and the mercy upon the victims of violence and the committer of that violence. Basically, Garuda and Kaliya, both of them, he put the blessing. And then what he did? He did the blessings on the Brajavasis because Brajavasis can enjoy the water. And on top of that, he also blessed Kaliya snake also. And the Kaliyas, and last thing is Kaliya's devotees, Kaliya's wives are very, very great devotees of Lord, and they're offered him loving affection. So Krishna basically he withdrew both Kaliya's offenses because of the Nagapati's prayers against against the large devotee of Garuda, and then against the residents of Vrindavan, who were very dear to him. So if we see when Indra committed offenses, Surabhi cow came to offer prayer along with Indra, so that Krishna is basically satisfied. So similarly here, because of Kaliya's offenses, when the Nagapatnis are offering prayers, Krishna is basically very satisfied. So to approach Krishna, we need to understand also that we need to take an association of a good Vaishnava. Sometimes now we do some kind of offenses. When you repent, do some kind of repentance and all those things, that is the best thing, best kind of atonement. And always we should take association of the good Vaishnavas and good Vaishnavis, so that with the association we get some kind of good intelligence, so that we can approach Krishna and Krishna will be kind to us. So with this beautiful, wonderful pastime, would like to end today's discussion. And I'm sure we're going to have this diorama in our courtyard in during Janmashtami diorama display. So please take a moment to take a darshan of this diorama. And our Acharya says that this is very beautiful. And here we also see that Sukadev Goswami is also telling that Krishna has told that in the morning and evening, if you are discussing about these glories, then we are going to basically get some kind of good connection with Krishna. So Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much, Haribol.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. Wonderful class, nicely explained. Earlier, Leela, Krishna's pastimes. Yeah, and the prayers of. So it's a lot to learn from this. Krishna is dancing on the hoods of Kaliya, and this represents all the anarthas that which comes just by touch of Krishna, just by associating, just is all subduing it. And that's what we need to do. We're all Kaliyas in this world. More venom than the Kaliya serpent. So much. Especially in Kali Yuga. So Kaliya and Kali is all pretty similar terms. In terms of the terms, it's pretty similar. A lot of venoms, a lot of fangs, a lot of poisons. The only way that we can come out of it, our prayers, like how the Nagapatnis did. Devotion, our prayers, standing at the holy name. Krishna will be very pleased with it. Nice lessons. Thank you, Mataji. Anybody has any questions, comments, concerns? Anything you'd like to add? No comments? Dehri? No discussions?
Now, one thing I was meditating, thank you for opening the meeting for discussion. Of all the demons, Krishna killed pretty much all the demons with fists, kicks, twirlings. But Kaliya, he let him go. So what is the difference between, Sokadasur, Dhanikasur, Putana, and Kaliya? The difference in my mind, Prabhu, is, and everyone, is the association. Even if he was terrible, Kaliya was terrible, filled with venom, but he had great Vaishnavi association, or Vaishnava association in that sense. So I think we should give association a chance, and on the hindsight, in our corner vision. They are always there, and sometimes we may be puffed up, we may be not thinking, but in the rear view mirror, if they are there, sometimes their calm association helps a devotee in overcoming. No one in this world is lack of faults. Everybody is filled with faults. But if you're alone in this world, it's very risky. But if you have the devotee association like, the Nagapatnis in this case, sometimes they become a catalyst to liberate us. So we should give good quality association a chance in this Janmashtami and beyond. Hare Krishna.
It's very wonderful, sir. Thank you. So we say that Krishna is very merciful and he is very, very kind. And if somebody, a devotee, genuinely comes and tells Krishna that Krishna, you are so kind, you forgive this devotee. Krishna is he is Bhaktavatsal. He listens to, basically not Bhaktavatsal. Even Krishna is like Bhakta Paradhin. He sometimes Krishna says that I don't have any identity. My devotees are my master. If my devotee tell me you forgive this person, I'm going to forgive. We see in the instances of Indra. Indra did so much torture, so much torrential rain Indra sent, and Krishna lived it for 7 days. Now Krishna realized, Indra realized what is his mistake, what a blunder he has done. Then finally, Indra, he has no face to face Krishna. What he did, he took a pure devotee, Surabhi cow. Surabhi cow, because he knows that Krishna is very, very kind to cows and calves. So he took the Surabhi cow and he came next to Krishna and he offered prayers. So in that prayer also is very beautiful. Since Indra came along with Surabhi cow, Krishna forgave Indra that time. Even Narsingh Bhagwan thing also we see. Prahlad was offering a beautiful prayer. Like everybody are worried. Even Lakshmi is worried. So such a ferocious form I have never seen. Brahma is worried. Then Prahlad is offering prayer. When Prahlad is Sudha Bhakta is offering prayer, he is a devotee, he is a child. Narsingh Bhagwan is very kind to him. Narsingh Bhagwan gets satisfied. He became calm. Now same thing also here with Nagapatnis.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Okay. Anything else? Anybody else? Okay. Nothing else. Then let's conclude. Dear devotees, a very auspicious week. Tomorrow, I request everybody please join the temple. Lot of services, Adiva ceremony, the creation setting up so nicely for the welcoming the Lord. So we'll be starting in the evening, and also if you are part of Bhaktarisha or not, come for setting up the dioramas, beautiful pastimes. There is a beautiful Kaliya Leela will be there in the mid of courtyard tomorrow. It's all setting up. So these are very prominent, and it gives a lot of opportunity to see this. When a new person comes, a newcomer comes, seeing these beautiful dioramas and the pastimes of the Lord, naturally they develop love for Krishna, for bhakti for Krishna. This they get a lot of sukriti, and especially on the Janmashtami day. So request everybody, please, serve the Supreme in this way. Lord will be so pleased by even a small service that we do. A lot of services scheduled. I request everybody, please, some way or other, a lot of devotees for serving, a lot of devotees for cooking, a lot of devotees to manage various things. When a lot of people comes, it's good always that, we organize so nicely. Other thing is that the program is going to start at 5 p.m. on Saturday, 5 to 6 Krishna dress competition. Then 6 to 7, 5 to 6, and 6 to 7 is spiritual discourse, Krishna Katha. then 7 to Gaura Arati, then 7:30 onwards Kirtan, and then we will have Abhishek outside on the stage. So we need to put everything together so nicely in that way. So, this way we can celebrate and welcome the Lord, and lots of people come. So then they also have that feeling of, yes, this is devotion, this is bhakti. So, dear devotees, please join, don't miss these opportunities. And then Sunday is Srila Prabhupada's appearance day, and please join as well. This is our divine grace, our founder Acharya's appearance day. When Srila Prabhupada is there, that's why we get all this mercy, we get all this opportunity. Srila Prabhupada was not there, and where we would be, that we can simply imagine. So this is our greatest fortune to pray our gratitude, show our gratefulness and gratitude to Srila Prabhupada. So please join some or other and engage in the service, and don't just, don't put any excuse. Take half day off if you want, just take half day off, or full day off, take full day off and engage in the service. This way we all can, get the mercy of the Lord. Okay, thank you. Let's chant together. Vancha kalpatarupasya kripa sindhu bhedya padidana pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Gandhiraj Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada jai. Nanda Gaudi Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Gaura Premanande Hari Hari.
Hari Bol.
Oh.
So much.